Welcome to the Take It Home podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at DocSimmons17. Tonight we got the usual crew here. I'll give the hot tag to my partner to introduce himself.
Yes, sir. This is Zach Hendricks. You can find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, if you love them country strong boys, there we go. You can find us at Country Air Official on Facebook and Instagram, or go on Twitter for Country Air Brand, because we might be strong, but we couldn't fit the official on Twitter. And I'll pass it off to the senior official.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # for the ref brand, and Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Waffles. How was the breakfast haunts this weekend, guys?
Waffles, indeed. I had a stack of waffle, 2 stack of chocolate chip pancakes. I think it's the go-to combo from here on out. The waffle with the chocolate chip pancakes. Perfect texture, perfect combination.
Are you mixing the pieces together as you eat them, or is it a pancake? Let me enjoy this and let me enjoy the waffle part, or is it let me get some pancake and waffle on the fork?
Pancake and waffle on the fork. Upon completion, realizing I should have just put the waffle on the pancake and eaten it like that. So, yep, definitely.
Room for improvement.
Definitely. The texture of both of them at the same time is perfect. So, yeah, combined.
Good very nice. I had pancakes myself. Nice big stack of pancakes, because it was that awkward amount of batter left where your normal amount is going to leave just enough where you should probably just finish it off. I mean, a big stack of pancakes. Just had actually some chicken biscuits for dinner, and that was very delicious. Very happy with myself. How about you, Zach?
No, really big breakfast. I think I told you Saturday was such a long day. Had no food, but I had the most adult type breakfast you can have. I had a pizza Lunchable with a Capri Sun. I feel like I'm adulting, right? So that was pretty much my biggest breakfast. Was yeah.
Hey, it's like that sometimes. This life of a rolling stone.
I mean, some might say that breakfast is a banger.
Is that a segue? Is that a segue into good old Perch's banger of the week?
Try to practice these segues over here, baby.
Yeah, damn right. Banger of the week this week. You guys both kind of touched on it. Zach with the banger and Doc with a little bit of a Rolling Stone. Is similar. Well, this week's banger of the week comes from Bob Dylan and Tangled Up in Blue. Damn good song. Tangled Up in Blue is a banger. Party song. Listening to the Jerry Garcia band version, and they get it. Just good storytelling music. Bob Dylan knew how to write a tale, and whether he's singing it or a band like the Jerry Garcia band, man, just electric music and phenomenal to roll the windows down and drive across the country too.
Hell yeah. And we're big storytellers. I'm sure we'll talk a little bit about the story we told this weekend. And yeah, Bob Dylan, very famous storyteller. I remember us having to do reports on him in school. I don't know if that's still a thing.
I certainly did my research in storytelling, and Bob Dylan was a great storyteller. And growing up, musicians and everything, so much to learn from. Yep. And he's someone who paints great pictures of the American style of music and countryside.
Yep, that is down home living.
Mm-hmm.
Real shit. All right, fellas. Yeah, be sure to check that out on the Take It Home podcast playlist so you can jam with Perch and listen to stories told by Bob Dylan. Who would not want that? Who would not want to sit with Perch and listen to Bob Dylan? Everybody wants to do that.
Bangers only.
Yeah,
We got a good playlist
yep.
today.
He's only listening to bangers. All right, guys. Why don't we talk about what we watched this week? I had to remind myself because I watched some interesting matches that weren't very long. I watched mostly the very first episode of TNA on Spike TV. I have not watched the main event yet, but what is it? You got Triple Threat with Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and Kazarian, I believe it was. Awesome. First match though was AJ Styles versus Jay Lethal. Crazy to think, where they were then and where these two guys have gone on their journey. They've both at one time, actually, both of them, multiple years have been considered the best wrestlers in the world. And, thinking about back, and this was a shoot fan vote to get AJ Styles to be the opening match for this show. And Jay Lethal was somebody who was probably undervalued in TNA, despite, all the shiny got, but multiple time Ring of Honor champion, longest reigning, I think, Ring of Honor champion, AJ Styles, all the heavyweight titles that he everywhere he went. Just wild to see. Been watching the AE dubs, of course, catching up. I'm at the main event of last week's AE dub, but watched Rampage from the week before, Dynamite from the week before. Got to give it up for that tag match between Lucha Bros and Young Bucks. Of course, they tore it down. That's kind of their thing.
A great opener too.
Yep, great opener. And that was one that I had seen like most of it that night because I was at a show that Friday, and it was like, thank God, AEW, sometimes y'all put the hottest match on first. So I was able to catch a bit of that, but finished it this week. What else did I see? Watching last week's Buddy Murphy and Pac. Gotta love that. Love both of those guys. Maybe they'll be on the Country Air, Dream Match post one day. But just two hard-hitting guys that kind of reinvented themselves into what you see now, and like as good as they were before, it's even more amazing now. So it's just dope to see the journey of wrestlers. It's something that I've been thinking about lately. Perch, what have you been watching?
Yeah, to bounce off kind of what you were watching too, that Scorpio Sky match against Dante Martin.
Mm-hmm.
What an awesome match.
Yep, that was good. Dante with the TKO. Did not see that coming.
That was so cool. What a big time move. I like that combo he hit with the Scorpion on the outside. Dante, balancing on that top rope, jumping to the outside. And the way he got back into the ring.
And Darius are the king.
If you blink, you may have missed it.
of figuring out the coolest ways to just get in and out of the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like,
exactly. In and out of the ring. Out of the ring. Okay.
Anybody who's had their first day of training with Perch knows how serious he is about entering and exiting the ring. And both of those guys are just a big fuck you to what Perch considers super fun.
No joke. Serious business. One of the biggest injury causing things that anyone can overlook.
Yeah.
Is simply getting in and out of the ring.
Oh yeah. Guys.
You gotta know it like the back of your hand. That way you're able to expand upon the idea. Yeah. But you gotta only once you understand the concept. Can you
graduate to such a level?
Can you graduate to such a level of balancing in the middle of the top rope?
Yeah.
And jump into the outside
to get out.
And then jumping from the floor up to the Is
bottom
it the bottom
turnbuckle.
turnbuckle? Oh my God. That was just incredible. That leap from the ground to the bottom turnbuckle and then up to the top.
That was
Just
definitely one of those times where I hate that there's like 3 and 4 man commentary booths, because one of the commentators was trying to talk about that, but the other 3 are talking over. It was like, no, we need to address that.
we gotta address this. This is gonna get me to stop.
I believe Jericho was the one who was trying to talk about it, and everybody else was talking over him.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he brought it back to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely a had to pause, rewind, bring it back kind of moment. Great match, good finish too. A good, again, storytelling all the way through. Like to think he may have had a chance if shenanigans didn't prevail, but
Yeah.
yeah, great match. The main event of that
those
episode,
darn crafty veterans.
oh, I know, that top team. The main event of the match or of the show that you're watching is going to be a banger. Moxley is awaiting the contender, and they don't disappoint. Coming off of that Moxley Red Death Daniel Garcia match the previous week, just hard hitting all the way through, main event worthy kind of match. I really enjoyed.
Oh no, I'm sure these two. I mean, I am watching it now. It's been good so far, and I had no doubt when I saw who won the battle royal.
Yeah, it ends up being a good one, and I like the Eddie Kingston against Big Jake Hager match too. I think that was on Rampage last week. Just a good fight, not pretty, which not all wrestling is meant to be pretty, and that was a straight up fight. And by the end of it, it was like, whoa, that was a hard-earned victory. Just different matches get you for different reasons, and not every match should be the same. And a match like Eddie Kingston against Jake Hager caught me by, whoa, I haven't seen a match like this, this week. So really enjoyed watching that one. Had to watch it back. But yeah, good episodes, good shows all the way around. I like the hiccups, all the major champions and top stars on each promotion right now is kind of hurt. So the shakeups from the companies and the relying on everybody else around. Trevor Murdoch being the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion.
Yep.
Cody Rhodes going out. I love the way they played that up with the big sledgehammer and give him his flowers in the ring and have Seth Rollins, deliver a heartfelt left-handed handshake. and sure enough comes in and blasts him from behind. And then a guy like CM Punk being on the out, and they come around with a royal or a battle royal, and a couple of New Japan stars fighting on the other side of the bracket to see who the champion's going to be.
Hell yeah.
Really like it.
I want it to be Ishii, but I feel like it's going to be Tanahashi, which you can't go wrong with either. But I want Ishii to have his big moment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just all eyes are on all the major companies right now. It's awesome to see.
Hell yeah, with the shakeup in New Japan.
Oh, the shakeup, big time. Seeing that promo from Jay White was awesome too, with the Bullet Club behind him, and just as intricate as the matches Jay White puts on is the promos and the reasoning that he gives after it,
or why he does what he does, or why
he does it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's just the best. He makes logic to it, and it gives reason to every little step and every footstep, and not just his world, his story, but he encompasses the entire wrestling world, the entire everything.
And I think the New Japan style of how they handle their promos and storytelling definitely favors how, I mean, he's grown up in the program, so it makes sense, but he definitely has taken to heart on how to use what they give him to a whole nother level.
Yeah, I can think back to even 3 or 4 of them in particular over the past couple of years, where Jay White has just given everything he's got emotionally. Yeah, that was awesome. So like you said, the big shakeup, There's some great wrestling all around the
Yep.
wrestling world right now.
Osprey, the new United States champion.
Mhm.
Machine Gun Carl Anderson, the new never open weight champion. Lots of shakeups over there. Think they're really getting ready for to put on a banger at Forbidden Door.
Yeah, lots of good momentum.
Fucking Sabre Jr. versus Danielson, and then Sabre calling him out. You know, you talk about, you know, different styles make for different matches. I don't want an Eddie Kingston Jake Hager match from Danielson Sabre, and I wouldn't want that match for Hager and
Yep.
Kingston. So super excited for how
Did you
that
guys
card
bring
started.
up-
What's up?
Did you guys bring up the potential opportunity of Eddie Kingston versus Suzuki?
Oh no, I did not. Was that another one too?
That's just one I saw like match graphic for. It was by Tom Custom. He always likes to troll with cool match graphics. But when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute,
I'll
this
take
makes the
that
most-
one too.
Yeah, Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston would be one I would love to see at Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah, they got to give my man Suzuki something. Murder Grandpa needs something.
most
He is probably the most
I'm
over
telling you,
person.
I think Suzuki versus Eddie Kingston, in my opinion, makes the most sense for like anyone to work him at Forbidden Door would be at Kingston. The way they built him up and the way his style is.
I mean, unless they're gonna give it to, like, you know me, I'm always about building the next generation. So I mean, if they gave him Garcia, that would also make sense. Like,
Yeah, but him and Garcia
Garcia's doing the
Elite.
sports entertainer thing and get definition of wrestling Murder Grandpa against him.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just like
But no, I do like the Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah, same as you guys. I watched the AEW. I was super pumped. I think I talked to Doc about it. On Rampage, Jay Lethal. I can't think of the big guy's name he debuted with. They worked now known as Grindhouse, formerly Besties in the World. It was cool to see Matt Fitch and Davey Vega out there doing their thing as a tag.
Hell yeah.
Along with that, I did catch Friday Night SmackDown. Watched the main event, Sami Zayn versus Matt Riddle. Super fun. You know, like kind of thought like Riddle's gonna get the match, but Riddle's just so super stupid over right now. It's super great to see that. Just him being him, and some people think, oh, he's too goofy for the title, but like people forget he's a legitimate badass. Like he might be a goofy character, but he was
yeah, in the
UFC
ring,
and,
it is not.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I watched some more tag wrestling. Started switching over to the Briscoes, watching their style. They got them big strong boys over there. But I watched them take it on the Bullet Club. I watched, not the Bullet Club, the Young Bucks, which Hangman Page got involved there, some shenanigans. They did a best 2 out of 3 falls match. First fall was regular tag. Second fall was lucha rules. Third fall was no disqualification. I mean, if it needed a third fall, and Jay Briscoe, right when they went over in the first fall, gets on the mic and like starts saying, "What the fuck is lucha?" Mark, what do you think about lucha? And right when he says that, Mark just cracks the Young Bucks in the back with some chairs. Just saying, screw it, we're going straight to no DQ.
Yeah,
that was fun. Adam Cole and the Young Bucks taking on War Machine and Moose. I would say it was a decent match. Super entertaining. Moose and you can tell Moose is super over in Ring of Honor. Liked his gear. Foreshadowing there. But yeah, like I mostly like besides watching like AEW and I watched the main event of SmackDown. I caught the opening of SmackDown too with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. I like how they're just going into chaos and like as they're pulling them apart, just Butch comes out of nowhere jumping on Drew McIntyre. Yeah, besides that, just YouTube clips for me.
that actually did remind me. I've been, I mean, I'm gonna forget most of what I watched because I did just watch a bunch of random matches. But another good one, as we're talking about Forbidden Door, because this sort of got me on the trip of watching matches. Was I watched from the G1 a couple of years ago, one Adam Page versus Kazuchika Okada. It's amazing to see just how different Page carries himself now compared to then. You know, when he was more kind of a fringe guy in the Bullet Club, and now he is the guy. Like I said, just love seeing people's growth and journey. I'm a sucker like that. But yeah, those are good.
Yeah, like watching this, like that tag match with the Briscoes and the Young Bucks, and when Adam Page got involved, is just like, oh man, like just like how you said, like you weren't the top guy yet.
Yeah, you were a flunky and kind of.
You're the hired goon.
Yep. It brought me back to when he killed Joey Ryan. There's his name.
Yeah. I was there when Joey Ryan came back with the penis druids.
Yeah. Oh, what a time for wrestling. But hey, what a time for wrestling. Let's talk about our wrestling. Perch. Regardless with what you did this weekend, because your weekend was longer than ours.
Yeah, it was a hell of a weekend. Really good time. I kicked it off on Saturday with AAW. Great time. Was it Crush and Destroy or just AAW Destroy?
Crush and Destroy.
Great. Crush and Destroy. Just a great time. Amazing night of matches. Had an AAW Alive taping before the 4 matches, and then the main card. It was about a 15-match night. My workload was 6 matches on the night, and each one of them was just as more increasingly intense as the last.
Perch was dripping with sweat. How many shirts you go through?
I think we went through about 2 shirts and 2 pairs of pants last night. I don't always change out the pants, but that night had a full 100% change just because I could. I needed it. Yeah, we were sweating in Logan Square Auditorium, and it was sweating for a reason. And the reason was some of the greatest professional wrestling. Awesome to be a part of it. I got to watch you guys up in there earlier in the night. Always fun to take in, good homies and people who come from the same place we all come from. We're all in there for a reason, and we're all out there learning. So it's cool to see people getting the similar experience. So yeah, I was pretty hyped going into the night and excited. First match of the night was David Vega taking on Gary J. That was a very fun match. Those 2 guys are very hard hitting, and they left it all out there. Vega ended up picking up the win, and he's got a crew with him, so they did some shenanigans and nefarious acts afterwards. but that'll happen. Next match I had was an awesome honor. Doesn't always work out this way, but when it does, it is super cool. I got to work a Sierra match. Sierra against Heather Reckless. So cool. Talk about people who I learned from day one, and getting to work with Sierra inside the ring again. They told a hell of a story. Just a fun time. I didn't know who was going to win, and Sierra had the crowd in the palm of her hands the entire time. Very, very cool match. Also had Silas Young against Braden Lee, which was a very cool match. A veteran against a guy making a name for himself right now in Braden. Silas at AAW is such a fun environment to be a part of.
Yeah. unfuckwittable comes to mind.
So true. And the way he carries himself at an AAW show and the way the crowd reacts, and it's very cool to be a part of, especially growing up, another guy from my neck of the woods. Cool to have that experience. And that back and forth match, didn't know who was going to win that one either. And then a cool match to close out the first half, almost like a first half main event. ACH against Josh Alexander. Those two had a really good back and forth contest. Going for submissions and pins. A couple of guys who I look up to and try and learn as much as I can from, and getting experience like that, both of them together inside the ring, given everything they have for the match and for the fans. It was an awesome experience and a satisfying victory to that one too. Next match ended up having Mike Bennett and Big Beef. They tore the house down. Those guys.
That's a very minor way of saying it.
At least they tore the ring down. Both guys with good momentum. This was the I guess the co-main event of the night. So the crowd had seen just about everything until these two just beating the living hell out of each other. And they delivered. Talk about fierceness and fire. Both of them had a lot of fire to them. Towards the end of the match, Big Beef ends up going off the ropes. The bottom rope ends up snapping, but they kept with it and continued, and it did not stop Beef from climbing to the top rope later on in the match to dig deep and hit a splash for a victory. That moment of Beef getting that win after climbing to the top on two ropes.
Yeah, that ring was not looking good.
Didn't know if it was going to hold up, and boom, he delivers it, and he gets his first victory for AEW. So the crowd went nuts. Awesome environment to be a part of for that one. And when it takes a piece of the ring, it takes a piece of everybody involved, and you hope we're all safe, and everybody was. Luckily, it was just the bottom rope that came off. All the turnbuckles were still intact, thus leading for the no holds barred street fight main event to go on just as scheduled, no maintenance required.
Yeah.
I went to the back, grabbed a swig of water, and informed the guys in the environment, and they said, "We're ready to fucking rock." And yeah, Ace Steel and Matt Fitchett, champion, ended up tearing the house down even more. Once it was already torn down,
yep.
They blew away the ashes.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Matt Fitchett, telling people to get out of his way and whipping them with the broken ring rope if they don't move. And the camera guy gimmick pulling the Matrix so that ring rope doesn't hit him in the face because he was right there.
It was crazy. It's like everything had been done that night, and it kept going more and more and more, and stuff you hadn't seen. It was crazy environment for Chuck Smooth to be out there too. He got in a little offense, and he ended up taking a few shots too by the end of the night. Ace Steel is one hell of a heel, and he commands an environment. Remember him against Derek St. Holmes back at the last Knights of Columbus show. So Ace against Matt Fitchett in Chicago was awesome, and Fitchett ends up hitting the running knee to the chair, and winner and still champion. Great night, great show, fun time all around. Then we had things like Gali Lucha Libre on Sunday. Ended up having a couple of matches. The first one was for the Discovery Championship. Golden Dragon against Exo Rico. Golden Dragon had Atomico Jr. in his corner, And Axel Rico had the Caribbean brothers in their corner. La Sociedad. Towards the end of it, it was pure chaos trying to control it out there. And the families were involved, and I was going for a pin, and I got pulled out of the ring. And next thing you know, I had to kick everybody out, got to a bit of a shoving match. Tossed around a little bit, but had to stand my ground. Tossed him out of there. Fuera. The crowd was hollering, and got back into the ring just in time for a 1-2-3. Winner and new champion. Nueve campeón. Axel Rico.
Get that Spanish, brother.
We're getting there. We can have about a solid minute straight of selling it. You better hit me in the back with a chair in a minute, because I got nothing past it. Next match I had was Jake Painter defending his Gladiadores championship against Mike Strong. And that was a good, hard-hitting match to finish the weekend. Mike Strong goes for a moonsault, misses. Jake Painter ends up hitting the spear. 1-2-3, still champion, Jake Painter. Yeah, great fight, great match. A couple of good championship matches to close out the weekend in Lucha Libre. Very fun wrestling weekend.
Nice. All right, Zach, how was our weekend?
Our weekend was a light weekend, but definitely a rewarding weekend. We were also at AAW for the live tapings. It was myself and Doc leading the charge as we tagged with Corn Boy. Who are the other guys' names? I feel like an idiot.
We had Corn Boy. We had we were against Vega. Oh God, who else was on our team?
Man, I feel bad. I'll remember it after.
Yeah.
I want to say one guy's name.
I've been drinking.
Corn Boy, the Huntsman. And
Yep, Marston.
Guy.
Yep, Marston and God,
and big homie.
Yep, big brutal homie.
Yeah, big brutal homie versus Axel Rico leading his charge with the debuting Caribbean Arrogance, Chuco J. Manny, debuting Davey Bang Bang, and what's his name? What's Victor? What's his? Ernesto.
Iniestra.
Yeah.
The thing, the announcers always say it, scream it, and I can't make it out, but I've seen it written, and I'm probably butchering it.
Ernesto. I know his name's Victor, but
his
10-man tag. 10-man tag. For us being our goal has been to get to AAW. This is our second shot with them. And not only was it our second shot, but a lot of familiar foes. Obviously, Caribbean Arrogance. We'll be talking about them later in this podcast. Don't like them. Probably going to shave Chuco's hair one day. Axel Rico trying to be the king of the spin and Rooney, but there's only one true king. Mm-hmm. Ernesto had no issue with you. Think you have a great look, but if you want to join with them, that's your fault, not ours. And Davey Bang Bang not bringing August Matthews, that's fine. You want this trilogy 2-on-1, we'll give it to you. But I'm talking all the smack, but unfortunately, we did not come out with the W. We had there's a little bit of distractions on the outside. I will say there's a familiar face out with a notepad. Ms. Val Malone was out there, not sure what she was doing, but she had a notepad taking notes, probably, checking out your mama's favorites. But Doc and I hit the Chasing Dragon on Axel Rico, had them lined up for the 6-shot lullaby, but unfortunately with 10 guys, you can't monitor everyone around the ring. Chuco caught me with something he's very familiar with, a little low blow, and no surprise there. Axel Rico was able to low blow Doc, hit him with the Falcon Arrow, and get the 1-2-3.
Yep. Fun time as always at AAW. Love the fans there. It was awesome to get some country air chants at the end. Yeah, fuck Axel Rico, fuck the Caribbeans, fuck Davy Bang, and fuck Kenny Estra. I promise I will
Yeah,
learn how to pronounce your name once somebody doesn't scream it so I can get it. I promise. I promise. You
yeah.
know?
So I could properly tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yep.
We're all about properly telling you to go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. But
We're Mama's boys for a reason.
great.
But after you go on, Doc. Sorry.
I was gonna say great time. Yeah, I know I was a little hot-headed in the match with Rico, thinking that he's the king of the spinneroonie, but we will solve that one day.
We will solve that one day. Check out AAW Live on Twitch and YouTube, right?
Yep, I believe.
Yeah, Twitch and YouTube. Check out that. We did have a veteran in that locker room give us some much needed advice. As Doc said, things have to change. Owing to AAW, we got the door open. Now we need to make opportunity because the goal is the same. We want to become the new AAW Tag Team Champions, and we need to start getting on the winning track if we want to make that argument.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. But yeah, that's pretty much it. After that was R&R Sunday. Checked out Polish Rest myself. I think Doc just relaxed at home or doing secret heavyweight things that people should know about.
Yeah, just lift it and work it out.
When he's lifting, he's talking about lifting houses, baby.
No, just yeah, very chill weekend. Happy for wrestling. Love wrestling. Hate real life work. But talking about why we love wrestling, we're some guys who like to look good, and fortunately or unfortunately, we're very traditional. So topic for this week that I posed to the group is what non-traditional wrestling gear would you wear? We all wear, me and Zach, wear trunks, and Zach's got a little bit of flair on his bikers. Perch is always a well-dressed ref, but there's been lots of wrestlers with very alternate styles to their gear, and I was just wondering what you guys would wear. Let's start with Zach.
Yeah, so when this question was posed, I actually kind of enjoyed this one because there has been times I've dampened and looked around at other gear, just new ideas and stuff like that. Always with gear, you always want to find something that stands out. And one I hated as a kid, like I despised this gear as a kid, but now that I'm older, I actually truly enjoy this gear. Worn by both Raven and Thomas Latimer. Ravens was a little bit more traditional. Ravens a little different than Thomas, but they would wear their trunks underneath, but they wore like a skirt or a kilt. And when I was a kid, I used to just think it was stupid, mostly because I loved Raven's look of jeans and the leather jacket. I was really into Raven's old look. But now that I'm older, like especially with Thomas Latimer, he used to wear like custom like biker shorts. So he still had the designs of the biker short, but his skirt, like the front was open, where like it was pretty much covering the back, and he had designs on there, and it's unique. It stands out. And I always like thought that was like kind of some cool looking gear. There's some others I like, but I'll say those after you guys go, so I don't steal any. But yeah, like my top one would probably be like the wrestling style skirts.
Okay.
I know it's really weird, but I really am a fan of it.
No, that's fine. Matt Cage had that black one that was nice at that Tower show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. And we were talking about, Thrashers earlier. Like I love the Thrashers look. Be very interested. Perch as a referee. What would you wear?
Yeah, so that's a great look. It's a very classy look, and I like the formality of it. Referee keeps it very simple, very straight. However, when I do differ, I'd like to put a little flair in there. Look good, feel good, play good, play good. Just everything else goes well from there. So what I like to rock is nice comfy pair of shoes. I'll rock the all black variety, which is tough to come by, but I'll always keep my eyes open for some double black, triple black, good tennis shoes, wrestling shoes, basketball shoes, comfy. I rock a pair of Jordans right now that I like, some Air Maxes, a set of Iversons, which are comfortable as well. Very nice, good grip to it. Occasionally, a theme will come up in a wrestling show where maybe a color will be incorporated. I've got a nice pair of purple purple wrestling shoes that I like. Very comfortable. They like pillows on the feet. Worn for a freelance show a time or two when purple was the theme, and just a subtle difference. But to me, it's like walking on a cloud. So that's kind of the one variation that I've actually rocked live and in person is a shoe variation, being the purple Atomics shoes. But otherwise, sometimes we rock suspenders or bow ties or belts. I mix the suspenders. I'd be very intrigued to try a set of suspenders sometime. The blue shirt and bow tie look is classic, and some people rock it with some suspenders. I never have, but maybe one day add a little flair to the referee game. And then occasionally for different shows, people will wear wrist tape as a referee. Really, if I've got a busted hand or a busted arm, I'll try to avoid as much as possible. But in sometimes a lucha show, you need to get down to the mat real quick, and you may need a little extra grip or base to your body. So sometimes the occasional white or black wrist tape during a lucha show I'll put on too. So just a very slight variation. I don't always like to, but occasionally when the occasion is right, I'll rock that as a slight alternate attire.
Me myself, it's been a long time since I've done it, but I did enjoy when I would occasionally wear my long boys. And if I had to go with an alternate attire, somebody actually kind of already does that, and it's Ninja Mac. I would go with something like that. I personally would want my top to be thinner. As far as the pants, I actually might do them in the reverse. He does it tight at the bottom and kind of loose all the way up from his shin, but I might want it tight up top and loose at my shin. I believe Yamazaki from Tokyo Joshi Pro wears something similar. But I'd still kind of want them short, like maybe mid shin. I don't know, always the like kind of ninja look has always been a thing for me secretly. Always wanted to be a ninja. It blew my mind when somebody just did that as a gimmick. Love it. Mask I would probably wear a mask, but I don't think I would do a mask like him. Probably do a half mask or something similar to like, or maybe something similar to like Hayabusa. But yes, I've always been a fan of the ninja look. So I would probably, if I wore an alternate type of gear, incorporate it some way like that. And Zach, I know you said,
ninja.
What's up?
I said we could do the country air ninja skirt look.
Hey, we could. Don't tempt me to try to figure out a way to make that work.
Yeah, that's
because there are many ninja designs that do have like a skirt with it.
Also,
The three ninjas from the 90s.
Yep, three ninjas from the 90s had like a skirt look to there.
Flannel around the waist, classic 90s look.
Yep.
Yeah.
The ninja character in Street Fighter 5 kind of has a skirt too. With his, so yeah, it can be done. let's get this next set of gear first, and then we'll think about that one.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because we already got something in the make, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Yeah, you've been dropping hints all night.
Hey, I'm the type of guy who for the 5s to 10s of people listening, I want them to
Yeah.
get excited. Get excited as I do.
And you said you had some other looks, Zach.
Yeah, there's like I mean, I don't know if they're traditional or not, but like like when Aleister Black came back as Malachi Black, there was like kind of this type of Muay Thai shorts I always liked as well.
No, yep, I do like that look. August and Scott do it.
August, Scott, and like even like I hate them, but the Premier kind of do it.
Oh yeah, they do
The
have
August.
that one. Yeah, they've got one pair like that.
Yeah, I kind of like those. I mean, they seem like they're really very breezy.
Yeah.
So definitely a fan of things that let your boys breathe.
Trust me, mine haven't been breathing in the past 4 years. I get it.
Yes, sir. I think there's some others. There's one other I had in my head earlier when this question got posed, but now it's gone. So rip that idea.
All good, all good. All right, fellas. We can rip that idea and move on to the future and talk about what we got coming up this weekend. Big weekend all around, I'm pretty sure. Zach, what we got going on?
We got, as Perch would say, we got some home games, baby.
Yes, sir.
Gas prices are going up, so as much as we like to be your out of town shooters, we do enjoy those home games, and we start off Friday, the 17th, at the bar, not MKE, ICW. I don't know, it's in Milwaukee area.
Because
ICW,
their Instagram handle now is ICWMKE.
Yeah, there we go. We'll be defending our ICW Tag Team Championships against 2 members of the Drake Dynasty, Mario and Jared Jacks, also known before as the Perfect Tens.
Yes, sir.
Jared Jacks has always been secretly the blind third member of Country Air, winning gold with both of us on separate occasions. But now Jared wants to come and take the belts from us, which is fine because Jared, we haven't forgotten about how we lost our first ICW Tag Team Championships. It was we were on a historic run, longest reigning ICW Tag Team Champions, and Jared, if I'm not mistaken, you helped us secure the record. So, he kind of blindsided us back in the day. He helped us get our record. He did the passing of the torch, Urban Assault Team, telling us that we are the future. Maybe he's not ready to give up the past to the future yet, because he cracked us in the head with those belts to end our reign. So Friday, Jared, we've been asking for you. About time you found a suitable partner. I guess DJ Cole didn't match up to what you were looking for. So Mario, I don't know about you, Doc. I've never locked up with Mario. So
I have never locked up with Mario either. So this is one that I'm looking forward to. I've only locked up with Jared once.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You wrestled Jared, right?
Just once.
Same. I wrestled Jared just once, and I was last time I wrestled Jared, I was on match 7 of my wrestling career. I didn't know shit.
No, and I mean, mine was almost 2 years ago at this point. So we're very different wrestlers now. So we're gonna bring it to them.
Yeah, we're coming in guns blazing, and we're looking to retain our ICW Tag Team Championships, and ain't nothing Perfect 10 Drake Dynasty can do about it.
Hell yeah!
And then after we retain them ICW Tag Team Championships, we look to finally become the number 1 contenders for the Brew City Wrestling Tag Team Championships. We've been talking about this for months. Back in December, this match is just out of respect. The Caribbeans, those are our guys. I always put over how much they how much they were a value to me when I first started. They were the guys willing to take a chance on me and help me with things in the ring to help me get ready for the ring. Besides Doc Simmons, like the Caribbeans were really there for me. We had that match back in December. They pulled some dirty tactics. We were fine with it. Shook hands. It was all good. And here we are in June, 6 months later, trying to find out who the number one contenders will be. And the only way to do that is come to Brew City Wrestling at the Elks Lodge, Saturday the 18th, where you'll see Caribbean Arrogance, Los Sociedade, or whatever the hell it is, Chuco, Jay Manning. They're going to, the new Galley, I'll give them their credit. They're the new Galley Lucha Tag Champions, beating a lot of names like Aramis, Drago, and all them. So Caribbeans are definitely, from December to now, they have evolved immensely. Hell, they got to win at AEW at our expense.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Yep. Yeah, this is the final in our best of 3 series.
Another Caribbeans are hungry.
Iron Man match. God, this is gonna be so long. But
30 minutes. It's 30 minutes to greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Three of the 4 guys in this match never held Brew City Tag Team Championships. I, along with those bastards, Caribbean assholes. There we go. We've never held any belts whatsoever at Brew City. Doc, greatest heavyweight of all times, former 3-time Heritage champion in his respect, but I know Doc wants to become a Grand Slam champion as we all would at our home promotion. Only way to do that is start winning some belts. Doc and I have never held the Brew City tag belts. We talk about all the time, being a tag champion is something big. We always value it special to us, but being a tag champ at your home promotion means so much more, showing that, like, you went from being the trainee, the green kid, the guy who the vets shit on all the time, to now you are the man. You've earned it. And these 30 minutes can be like, we're gonna fight it like this last 30 minutes of our life because we want to become the Brew City Wrestling Tag Team Champions. The only way to do that is get more falls in 30 minutes.
yeah, I got nothing to add to that. Perch. What do you got coming up?
Let's remember kicking things off on Friday night at Logan Square Auditorium on IWTV for Freelance Wrestling. Going to be a fun Freelance Friday. I think it's starting out at 8 o'clock. Going to be a good time down in Chicago. Some good storylines brewing there. Last time, all hell broke loose, and so did me on the apron, and and I took a digger. So I'm really looking forward to coming back again, and it should be a really fun freelance show. The crowd is roaring. You guys have experienced it as well. The past couple of years, seeing the crowd gradually come back, and when certain shows have their environment, we're starting to see the environments being created again and recreated. It leads to an awesome sound and an awesome energy. So freelance shows are that kind of an energy. It's going to be a fun time on Friday. And then going from Chicago all the way up to Cedar Rapids, or Grand Rapids, Michigan, for Warrior Wrestling. Good old Grand Rapids, right across the lake. That's going to be a fun time, an awesome card. That'll be on Fight TV, I believe, 7 o'clock, maybe. We'll be on East Coast time over there, so maybe it'll be 6 o'clock Central time. Stay tuned. But it's going to be awesome. That whole crossing Lake Michigan into the East Coast time zone throws me off. But yeah, stay tuned. We'll be at Freelance Friday and Warrior on Saturday.
Hell yeah. And with that, guys, Zach, any final thoughts or questions?
Final thought. I don't know. When do we plan on airing this? I know it's a kind of a weird question.
They usually come out Thursday.
Thursday. All right. So this is a very weird one. And for those who are listening, Thursday, hopefully we don't need to keep pushing this, but It's Monday right now. Last night, my sister got into a car accident on her way to West Virginia. She just hit a hill. Her car ended up tumbling down, tumbling about 4 or 5 times. Luckily, she's alive. She's fine. Just a couple banged up shoulder, but the Hendricks family's strong out here, baby. Unfortunately, she has a puppy named Murphy. I want to say he's just under 2 years old. Cute little Sheltie. The crash startled him. I say this because in the wrestling community, we travel a lot. Doc and I have been to West Virginia. I know Perch has been all over the place. There's a lot of good brothers who travel. She had the accident in West Virginia, and while she was getting pulled out of the car by some people, her dog, Murphy, being a puppy or not understanding things, he was startled. He ended up running away. As of right now, 24 hours later, he is still missing. I've shared the post on my Facebook. I know it's a very weird request. We get all funded with this podcast, but like this is one of those like everyone knows you own an animal. That's your kid. That's your baby. We've been worried sick about Murphy. We're praying that he gets home safe. But anyone who can just keep an eye out, look at the picture I shared. Anyone, I know it's a long shot because we're all out here in the Midwest, but any type of help that can help her find her dog, man. I couldn't imagine. My stomach would be sick. I got 2 babies, about to be a 3rd baby in July. I couldn't imagine what she's going through right now. And just anyone who's willing to help out, like, just share a post or just something. I don't know who has family members out there, but we know guys out there who are friends of ours. So I know it's a long shot, but just if you guys see a cute little Sheltie, unfortunately, she took his collar off. He has such a big mane. So like on the car ride, she takes his collars off just so he can relax and lay on the seats. But yeah, it's one of those weird requests of like, just help share. If you know anyone out there, maybe ask them if you've seen them. Super weird request, but that's my only thought. Just try to get Murphy home.
Yes, please, listeners, if you can, just do what you can to help out. That'd be really appreciated. Perch, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, great Muda putting out
Yeah.
a nice little retirement. So, we're getting some word and staying tuned to see if he does have, a little action left in the tank, but knowing that the end is here and what a great career lived. So good updates for Muda and the fact that he's healthy and getting back to health just to live a normal life and put some closure to pro wrestling will be along for the ride. As well as another thing I caught over the weekend was Triple H debuting the game entrance at the Bradley Center back in the day. So that one really caught me. I was watching it live back in early 2000 when it happened, and always a little more added juice on a night that it's in Milwaukee, and to hear that the game debuted at the Bradley Center, awesome. Stone Cold promo 316 at the Mecca, Triple H debuting the game entrance with the water bottle and the spit. Oh, just phenomenal. Great song. Yeah, some good nostalgia.
Put some respect on Milwaukee's name. And with me, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all social medias. Follow the promotions that book us, and the promotions that don't book us, tell them to book us. We'd really appreciate that. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. 1.